Guys, so I am so excited to be back for another reading with you guys today. This one is going to be what would they say to you if they saw you today, and we're going to go into like kind of if you guys ran into each other, what would they actually say and what would they want to say if they were honest, what would their higher self say. So we're going to go into all of the emotions that would come up if they met you. How would they approach you, or what would they be thinking, blah, blah, blah. And so I always want to let you guys know that I just started my Patreon. So if you guys want to check that out, I would love for you guys to join me over there. We have some really exciting posts coming up, so I'm really excited for you guys to see all of that. And also, if you want to check out my Keen link, I work with Keen and I absolutely love the sponsored promo they gave us. So if you want to click on that link, it's in my bio for a 10-minute reading for $1.99. So with that being said, let's show you guys all the crystals. This one is number 1. It's a little dirty, to be honest. This one was like, I don't even know how it got. I think I cleansed it under a full moon in the desert, and that's how it got this dirt on it. I'm pretty sure this was one of the ones that, yeah. But anyway, it's dirty, but that's number 1. Number 2 is this rose quartz. This one's nice and clean. Okay, number 3, oh gosh, I can't remember what this one is. This is the fluorite. Okay, yeah, this is the fluorite. And I think this is brown calcite. So hopefully one is calling your name and you feel drawn to them. If you need more time to decide, as always, feel free to rewind and pause or take as much time as you need to decide. But let's go ahead and jump into pile 1. Hey pile 1, so if you guys picked this green crystal, this is your reading, and props to you guys for picking the kind of dirty one. Sorry about that, I definitely left it in the sand. But let's get into your pile. You got the Hermit, the Empress, the World, the 4 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. And your card is the Diamond Dreamer, material wealth, true prosperity. So I'm feeling like your person, since you guys have left, they saw you as a real source of their emotional well-being. And I feel like with you being out of their life or whatever, or maybe you're still in their life, I don't know, but since this is a general reading, but I feel like you guys brought a lot of emotional stability for them. They felt very emotionally fulfilled with you, and like they were kind of able to be themselves almost. Like I feel like in a way they had been wearing a mask or feeling like they were wearing a mask their whole lives, kind of a thing. And then they met you and it was like, oh, this person understands me. This person gets me. And almost like it may have been intimidating for them. Like this person sees to my soul, this person doesn't just believe, how sometimes like you'll ask someone, like, how are you doing? And they're like, oh, I'm fine, and you kind of want them to like believe that. If you're feeling really bad about yourself, you don't want them to be like, oh, wait, was that a tear in your eye? And it's almost like you could see the things they tried to hide from others. Like when they would say, oh, I'm fine, you'd be like, no, like, how are you really doing? So for them, I feel like almost that may have been something they ran from at the time, was like, how does this person know this about me? Why is this person able to see through to me so deeply? How do we have this like connection? And it may have really freaked them out and kind of, I feel like they definitely may have run from it. I definitely also feel like you guys have a kind of mental connection. You do have a bit of a psychic connection with the 7 of Cups over here. So I feel like this person, honestly, I feel they still reach out to you a lot in the astral realm. I feel like some of you guys have blocked that. Like Page of Cups is reversed and you're kind of like, no, you can't access my energy all the time. You cannot just, conjure me up in your dreams or whatever. Like you guys are kind of, I feel like some of you guys are putting up boundaries or have put up boundaries about them in your life. And this person, they're not stopping. They don't really care, to be honest. I don't even think they're sad about it. They're just like, oh, well, anyway, I'm going to keep doing it. Like, I don't even think they might have noticed. Like, I feel like they noticed, but they're very much still going to do it because it's kind of like you guys are the best thing in their life. So they're just like, okay, like, whatever. It's kind of like I'm seeing like something, this is such a specific example, but it's kind of like if you always took, I know for me, I'm thinking of like my college, all these people would cut across the lawn. So it was like my college had very delineated like sidewalks. And so it was like the sidewalk was like there, and a lot of people had to go there diagonally, and it was like a long distance, so a lot of people would just cut across and go through the grass. Then they put up some little, like, these tiny little fences and stuff that was like, stay off the grass. And of course no one listened, and everyone just kept taking the shortcut across the grass because they were like, no, like, we don't want to walk an extra 5 minutes, so we're just going to take the shortcut. And that's kind of what I'm seeing like this person is doing. Like, I feel like they know you put up boundaries, but they just don't really care. They're like, no, I'm still going to contact you psychically because basically, I mean, they see you as the Queen of Cups. They see you as the Empress. They're very impressed with your energy. And I just feel like whether they're in a relationship or not, they don't feel emotionally satisfied. We got the Hermit twice, so they feel very alone in this world. And it's almost like you're the real connection, the only real connection I feel that they really ever had. Let me get some of these cards. But yeah, so it's like to them, you're kind of their world. Yeah, we got emotional loss. So having you out of their life, it was a huge emotional loss for them. It was a hugely difficult thing that they had to go through. I definitely feel like, and I mentioned this before, that they come to you in dreams, but I feel like Spirit is just confirming that they definitely do speak to you in dreams, that you guys have a psychic connection for sure. Stand your ground just came out. So yeah, it's like they're not backing down. You guys may have tried to put up barriers in the astral realm, but they are just like, no, I'm just not going to do that. They see you as very powerful, you know. They see you as very you know, they're a little, it's interesting because it's like they're not listening to you, but they're very intimidated by you. They very much feel that you guys are very powerful. We got the Empress, we got the Queen of Cups, we also got the Queen of Wands reversed, but they see you as very, very powerful. They see you as someone who could really do anything you wanted to, you know. And we just had these cards come out, choose wisely and suffering in silence. I feel like choose wisely is almost like directed towards you. Like they feel like you could do whatever you want. And maybe some of you guys, I feel, are on a destiny path. Like some of you guys are very much destined to do something very important in this lifetime. Maybe even be famous or be very wealthy or bring a lot of something to people, you know, make like a big impact on the world, something like that. So it's like this person can sense that you guys are on this path and headed in that direction. And I feel like they're proud of you, but they really miss you. You know, they miss your energy. They miss feeling you around them. I feel like some of them have moved on into another relationship, but it's almost like they are having an affair with you emotionally, even if you guys aren't talking, because they're still so connected to you and they still think about you all the time. And I feel like their partner probably knows about you or knows your name or knows the gist or has heard of you in some way, even if they never told them your actual name or have never showed them a picture. Like just the way this person's energy is so connected to yours and they're so focused on you, I feel like their person just must be aware of you. And I do feel like their person is. I'm getting that confirmation from Spirit that their person is aware of you. Yeah, I feel like, let me get more cards. Can I get more cards? What would pile one's person say to them? So we got the Fool reversed. I feel like this person knows that you're about to start over in your life. You guys are about to come into some kind of a new, we got Page of Pentacles, maybe new career or career glow up or something. You guys are headed for this destiny moment, I feel, and they're very sad about it. We've got a lot of sword cards coming out. I feel like this person, they know you're having this fresh start, and for them, it's like they're excited for you, but on the astral plane, like I feel like their higher self is excited. You guys may come from the same soul tribe or something, and their higher self is like, yay, oh my God, this is so great. But their human self is very sad because they know that you guys are kind of moving on. Like, I feel like you guys have this amazing destiny in store for you guys. And we got the World, and it's just like you guys are headed for this amazing life, and they're kind of like, they're not gonna remember me, they're gonna forget me, and they're leaving me behind is how it feels. Like, they're excited, and I don't think they would want to try to stop you, but I think that for them it's a big loss. Do we need any more cards for pile 1, or did we get them all? Yeah, this person thinks about you, how do I say this for YouTube? Romantically. Like I always say this, alone at night by themselves, they think about you, or even with their partner, they think about you. I posted an 18 plus, what are their fantasies about you? That might be applicable for this. That's on my Patreon, I guess. But yeah, I don't think I can say it with all the rules on YouTube and stuff, but they definitely think about you when they're alone. I'll say that. And yeah, I feel like it's funny, a lot of their emotions are still very tied to you. It's almost like I'm seeing a babysitter, and I know that they're probably not that immature, but I feel like they put a lot on you guys. I also feel like when you guys were together, this person put a lot of themselves on you. I really hate the phrase trauma dumping because I'm just like, I don't know, like I feel like it gets overused and people talk about it. Like I saw some therapist and she was like, my clients always trauma dump on me. And it's like, yeah, that's your job. Like I have that in my job as well, you know, where you pick up on people's trauma, and it's like, don't do it if you can't handle it. And I think people should feel free to like share their trauma. You know, obviously there's like, I guess, some boundaries and stuff, but so I don't want to say it's trauma dumping, but it kind of reminds me of that. Like, it's like, I feel like this person they told you a lot about themselves. And I feel like you guys are empathic, sweet. You are the Queen of Cups. They see you at least as very sweet, loving towards them. And so it's like, they've trusted you. They felt like they could open up to you. And so they told you a lot. And I feel like some of that you guys really took on. Like, I feel like some of you guys really feel sad and sorry for these people in a way where it is almost a dynamic of like a babysitter or a parent-child kind of a thing, or I don't know, like just where they look up to you so much, you know, and a lot of their emotions are very tied into you, and a lot of their feelings for you are just, their emotions are all enwrapped with you. You know how like people talk about like mom's cooking, and it's not really about their mom's cooking. Like, I'll be honest, my mom's like a horrible cook. She's a really bad cook, and she hates to cook, and she's really bad at it. And so there's not that many dishes that I like, but even still to this day, some of her, like there's a couple of her dishes that are actually good, and I will make those and just feel so comforted. And when I think about it, and one time I was talking about it with my friend that I talk to all the time, and they were like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm cooking. It's my mom's special recipe. And they were like, what's the recipe? And I told them that, and he was like, oh, okay. And I realized in that moment, I was like, you know, it's not that great of a recipe. Like, it's just a simple recipe, but it's special to me because it's my mom's, you know what I mean? And I think that's how most of us are with our parents. Like, we just have these special memories that even when you examine them, it's kind of like, oh yeah, it's not even that big of a deal, but it meant so much to us because it's our parent. And it's almost like that's the vibe here, where I'm not saying you didn't do stuff for them, because I do feel like you did, but I just feel like their emotions are very wrapped up in you in like a major way, almost like you would expect to see with a parent, where, you know, someone misses their mom and cries about it and makes her favorite like turkey tetrazzini recipe or something, you know what I mean, where it's not about the turkey tetrazzini, it's about the mom connection. And that's what this person's like emotions are very enwrapped with you. I feel like a lot of things remind them of you, like a lot of, like they'll see something, they'll see a movie, or they'll listen to a song and they think about you a lot. And let me get some messages. I feel called to use this deck. What is this person's, what would they say? What would they say to pile one? What would they say to pile one? So I'm hearing, I need you. Spend quality time together, the heart of the matter. What would they say to pile one? Listen with your heart. I feel like what this person wants me to tell you is that they're sad that you've cut them off on the astral plane, and they want you to open back up to them, and they really want you to, yeah, like connect with them again. Like, I feel like you guys used to connect more on the astral plane. I feel like you guys used to like you used to like really indulge in like thinking about them, or really listening to a lot of pick-a cards about them, or like, you know, you would have songs that remind you of them, and you would go through and listen to them all the time, and you would, you know, let yourself kind of indulge in like those old feelings of reminiscing. And now it's like you guys are like, I'm done. And maybe you deleted your playlist, and maybe you know, if there's an actor that reminds you of them, you don't watch that movie, you avoid the movie with them. Like, you know what I mean? You guys are trying to move on. And I feel like this person misses that time. They consider that time you guys spent together. But I do feel like for some of these people, they are in another third-party relationship. And we got suffering in silence. So, well, let me ask that, since I guess this person's going to be really honest. Let's ask, why are you with this third party? Why are you with this third party then, for those of you who are? Or why aren't you guys together? What was the deal? Why aren't you stepping forward, since your feelings are so strong? Why are you with this third party? Why are you with this third party? Okay. So for some of these people, they do have like a child, or they got married or something, and now they're like legally linked, and it's kind of like they can't really get out of it. Yeah, they're feeling like they want to get out of it, but they can't. They're kind of heartbroken, and they feel really stuck. I don't know. This is kind of a mess. Let's see. Why are you not with pile one? I feel like this person feels very unempowered, and we just got the Magician reversed, which is so funny because the High Priestess came first, and then we got the Magician, and it's reversed at the end. So I feel like they see you as being I feel like they see you guys as being very wise. Like, you guys didn't make stupid choices like they made. You didn't just be like, you guys are intelligent, smart, High Priestess energy, psychic. You guys were careful about your life decisions, and this person, I feel like, was a little bit reckless or something. It's almost like they may have just been so consumed with pain from this relationship that they just rushed into another one, or they just tried to fix it by going after someone else and just hoping that like things would get better. You know, hoping that the feelings would go away, hoping that their emotions would coalesce into something good. But yeah, it's definitely, I feel like this person does a lot of reflecting on this relationship. What would they say to pile one? What would they say? What would they like to pile one to know? So we got Spirit Guardians of Summer, Expansion, Owl Spirit, Wisdom, Love. So they want you to know that they do love you. And they're also pointing out that they see you guys have been doing so much work. This is actually kind of a moving reading. I'm getting like emotional reading this. This is actually a really beautiful energy, to be honest. They see that you guys have done so much work on yourselves, and that you guys have been trying so hard to build, and that you guys have been improving yourselves in such a deep way. And I'm feeling so much love and like they're so happy for you, you know? They're so happy for you and they're so excited for your future, which is, I think, going to be super abundant and amazing. But they're also sad that you guys can't be together. And I feel like they feel this connection with you that goes across the destiny of, or universes or whatever. I'm hearing My Universe by Coldplay and BTS. Like, I feel like you guys have this deep connection, and these just all flew out, but I feel like we got protection, freedom, joy. I do feel like their guides help protect you guys. Like, you guys have a spiritual team that works very closely together. This is not just like a light connection of like, oh, well, we met and we flirted and we had a crush and it was a summer fling and yeah, that's it. Like, it's like you guys are very, no matter how long this connection was or what it was, whether it was a crush or a long-term relationship or even a marriage or whatever, you guys have this deep soul connection. And you guys may have known each other on other lifetimes or on the astral plane, like really intently though. Like, not just like, oh, we hung out a couple times on the astral plane, but you guys were like besties. You guys were linked up, you know? And so it's like, you guys have a very, very, very deep connection. This is like kind of twin flame energy. But like, yeah, this is very deep. So I think that's why they're aware of what you guys are trying to do in your life. Like, I feel like some of you guys, you don't think this person's aware of the stuff you're doing. You guys might not post it on your social media, or you guys might hide it. Like, because you're like working in silence, which is very smart to do, but it's like this person knows. Like, you can't hide anything from this person. And I think they want you to know that. Like, also, like, I feel like they want you guys to know that you can trust them with it, because I feel like other people have tried to sabotage you or have not wanted your best interests at heart, or have, you know, pretended to be supportive but they're actually not. And you guys have had to become very cautious about, you know, the people that you let in. And that's why you guys are just like, I'm just not going to tell anyone. I'm blocking you on the astral plane. I'm working on myself. And you've been working on whatever this is. This kind of pentacle energy that you guys are doing. So it's like you guys have kept some of that to yourself, and you kind of thought like, well, they're not going to know either. I'm not telling anyone. How would they know? But they know, because they are, yeah, connected to you on the astral plane. They know what you guys are up to. I feel like your guides, even if you didn't want them to know, like, your guides are telling them. Your guides are, you know, letting them know. So let me get more cards. What would they say to pile one? So we got boundaries. So again, they want to talk about these boundaries you guys have put up. They're very not happy about it. They're very unhappy that you guys have put up boundaries towards them. They want this connection that you guys had back, where, you know, you guys have this heart connection of unspoken stuff that flows between you guys, and they want that back in their life. They don't want to be separated from you anymore, at least on the astral plane. I feel like this person also wants you to know that they are working on themselves, but it's like, even if you guys aren't together and I feel like this is sad. This is making me almost tear up. Like, and the rain just started outside my window, so it's perfect. Like, the universe is crying too. The sky is crying for this reading. But I feel like some of you guys, part of this new life you guys are manifesting is going to be a new partner. Not everyone. You guys may reunite with this person, but I do feel like for some of you guys, this is a new partner coming in, a new person that is going to be in your life and that you're really going to be super happy with. And I feel like this person is aware of that this person has like entered the chat and they are going to be coming through not that far off. So they can feel this energy of like, you guys have this connection on the astral plane. They may have someone. It depends, you know, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. They may have someone on their side and you guys have been kind of chilling. and maybe you guys dated and stuff, but it wasn't that serious, or maybe you are with someone, but it's like this other energy is coming in firmly, you know what I mean? And they know it's going to be more serious, and so I feel like they're accepting that, and they're saying that like they know you have to do that, or they know that that you have to do it, and that's okay with them, and they'll always still love you, and you guys will always have this connection no matter what, but they would like to be with you on the astral plane still, which I don't know. I mean, if you guys are both in other relationships, I don't know if that's the healthiest thing, but that's what they're saying that they want from you. Let me get more cards. And they want you to know how much they love you and how they just see you as like, we got so much world imagery, like you're their world. You're like amazing to them. Wow. Let me get more cards for pile 1. What would they say to pile 1? I hate shuffling this deck because it's so hard to shuffle. I want one card at a time for pile 1. What would they say? Answering the call, the time is now. Distant thunder, clear the air. Go deep, explore your roots, passion and pleasure, savor your life. I feel like it's like they want you to know that, I feel like in a way, if they could talk to you, there's some things they would want to clear up. Like you guys may have had a falling out or whatever you guys are not in communication about, like they would want to mention some of this stuff to you. They would want to sort out some of the miscommunication. I'm hearing there was miscommunication or something. It almost seems like a Shakespearean story or something, where I feel like it's almost like if one of you guys had known something, like there was something that someone didn't say or something that got miscommunicated like along the way, like there was someone that didn't get the message correctly or something, and I feel like that's what this person would like. I don't feel like this person's a good communicator, to be honest. I feel like they're saying that they kind of fumble with their words, like they have trouble getting it out correctly, and I feel like there were things they wanted to tell you at the time but they couldn't, or they didn't, and if they met you, they would like to, I don't know if they would be brave enough, but what they would like to tell you is like to clear up some of the stuff and like be honest with you. Because I also feel like for some of you guys, this person wasn't fully honest with you, didn't come clean about their emotions, didn't tell you really what was fully in their heart, and they just kind of, I don't know, some of them may have like kind of try to distract themselves, or even like gone out and drank a lot or partied or something, but it's like they would want to be fully honest with you and let you know exactly how they're feeling, because they know now how much they kind of missed out on with this. Choices and their consequences. Yeah, like this person had to kind of realize the consequences of everything they did. Joyful muse, inspiration. So you're their inspiration. They may do some kind of art, and if they do, I feel like you are definitely the person they think of, which I don't know how their partner would feel about this, but anyway, it's what's going on. But beloved, radical acceptance, crown games, right use of power, and that's reversed. So yeah, I feel like you're the one in their heart. You're the one that their heart is full of, you know. And I feel like in a way, as much as I feel like there's a question for you guys where you're like, well, why didn't you fight for me? Or why didn't you come through and be honest and tell me your feeling of how you know, what you thought at the time? And I feel like what they're saying is, as hard as it was for them, they had to accept this. They had to, maybe this was destiny. Maybe you guys weren't supposed to be together. Maybe you were supposed to be on this path that you're on now that seems so special and so incredible. And if you guys had been together, you would have just been like so happy that you never would have pushed yourself to do whatever this is. And it's like, it needed to happen kind of a thing. But I feel like for whatever reason, they accepted that this needed to take place, and they accepted that they have accepted to a certain extent. And like got a frog in my throat, which again, speaking of like how they have a hard time communicating, but it's like they've accepted that you guys aren't going to be together, or that it wasn't supposed to happen, or whatever. And so it's not that they wanted that to be what takes place. It's not like they were thrilled about it, but I think that somewhere along the line they just kind of were like, okay, that's the situation, and they accepted it and they kind of surrendered to it. Like they just were like, that's how it goes. And yeah, and so I feel like what they would say to you is basically that you know, they know that you guys have this beautiful new era happening for you guys. They know that you guys have this amazing change coming into your life. And as much as it makes them sad, they are happy for you guys. And they also accept that you're having this new person come in, that you're having this like new love, and they're really happy for you. They just don't want you to forget them in the process. Like they still want to be able to be in touch with you. They still want to be able to access your energy. They miss you. You know, I think that they really miss you when you guys aren't together, which I guess is all the time. But yeah, they miss your energy in their life, because I feel like you guys used to let them in a lot more. So is there anything else, Spirit, that you want, that pile one? I feel like I'm just hearing like, I love you. And is there anything else? I mean, we did cover that. Is there anything else pile one's person would say to them? I feel like this person's saying that they're such an F up. I can't say it on YouTube, but you know, they know now that they effed everything up. And they're kind of coming into the place of taking responsibility for it. And like, I feel like they denied responsibility for a while. Like they might have blamed you, or they didn't want to accept that it was their fault. So they would blame you for things. And now they are accepting that like, it was their fault. They did play a major part. And it's like, they recognize now that they handled things really immaturely, and that you guys, you know, I feel like, again, they tried to blame you guys at first. They tried to make it seem like it had been your fault. And now they've kind of realized that's flipped. Like it was their fault, and they're kind of accepting that. So I feel like they've had a lot of time to reflect on what they did and the part they played, and they are accepting that. And I feel like while they'd like to be reunited with you, and they would like to have this reunion, they know that it's probably not going to happen. And they definitely communicate to you guys through music. But I think that the message is for you guys is, I wouldn't sit around and wait for this person. In fact, wait for winter is reversed. Are there any final messages from pile one's person to pile one? But they want you to know that their feelings are truly there, and they just regret it all. They regret how they handled everything, and they wish they could kind of go back and undo it. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Yeah, this person wishes they could like embrace you, hold you, be with you, love you. My beloved. Wow. Okay, if this is not the most perfect card for you guys, wow. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Oh, and I'm hearing in my mind like, you are mine. And it's kind of like they know that you're going to be with this other person, but they're saying that you'll never be theirs, really, because you'll always be theirs. And they'll always be yours. And they're telling me that your connection with them goes so much deeper than anything that you could have with anyone else. I don't know why they're not stepping forward though. Like, this is crazy, because their feelings are so amazing, like so deep. I mean, I don't feel this way a lot during readings. Oh my God, yeah. Soulmate, and that one flew out. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it like literally like did a little backflip in the air. Like, this card made itself known. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. It's like they really are. Yeah, you guys have such a beautiful, deep connection. This reading may be going a little bit over, but I don't want to leave the energy because it's so beautiful. Oh my God. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Oh my God. I'm not going to sage any part of my apartment after this reading. I want to keep this energy all hanging around. This is so beautiful. Like, yeah, this is okay. So you guys definitely seem like soulmates, and this is definitely something where you guys must have known each other in other lifetimes. This is such a beautiful energy. I feel like I almost literally want to cry, you guys. Like, literally. This is so beautiful energy. And I feel like this person, you know, I really feel like they appreciated every part of you. Like, there's not a part of you that they're like, ugh, well, I hate that. You know how like when you get in a relationship with someone and like the tiny little thing like annoys you, like, oh, they just chew their food with this kind of way, or like, why do they always have to have the same breakfast? Why do they always have to have Rice Krispies or something, you know? And it's like, you know, it's stupid, but you just get annoyed. And then of course there's the big things that like, you'll be like, oh, this person sometimes is rude to like a waiter or something, you know, and it's like a bigger deal. But it's like, I feel like this person has literally no negatives when it comes to you. There's nothing that is a big red flag. There's nothing that tiny is annoying to them. Like, there's just nothing. They just like everything about you. They just think you're like dope. They just think you're amazing, so special, so beautiful. Like inside and out, not just physically, but physically for sure. But yeah, they just think you're like it. They just think you're amazing. And let me see. Sorry, I should probably end this reading, but it's so beautiful. Aww, I don't want to leave it. Okay, so we got Chamuel, which is the archangel of love and of the heart chakra, I think. Or is that Raphael? Yeah, I think it's Raphael. But Chamuel is the archangel of love. And then we got healer of the ages, storm warning, and the thinking man. So this person thinks about you a lot. And they're saying, like, you might not think about them, you might be trying to block them, but know that they're still thinking of you just as much. They're still thinking, oh my God, like all the angels, like so many, oh my God, Raphael. And I said, no, that's Raphael. And yeah, and it's the heart chakra, because like these are the two biggest angels when it comes to love, you know, that you would call upon if you need help with love. And so it's like, wow, yeah, there's so much angelic energy over this connection and spiritual energy. I feel like, oh, this is sad. I don't know why you guys aren't together. Like, I feel like you guys would make amazing parents together, to be honest, like happy family. And I just feel like there's so much love exuding from this connection. It's like, this is like a special soulmate connection. I feel like this is I don't want to say once in a lifetime, because I do feel like you have someone else coming in, and I honestly feel that relationship is going to be really amazing, and I think you're going to be very happy, like really. So I don't want to say once in a lifetime, but I feel like a lot of people would go their whole lives looking for a connection like this. But you guys might be lucky and get two in a lifetime. I don't know. I mean, you guys have Empress, Queen of Cups energy, Queen of Wands energy. So you guys just might be that girl or that guy that gets everything you want. But this is a very special connection. So, wow. I don't even know how to end it. Like, this is so beautiful, so special. Yeah, beautiful energy, you guys. And I wish I could get you guys together. I wish I could have a TV show like Divorce Court or something, but like Marriage Court, and I force two people to get married and work out their issues, because this is so beautiful. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what to say. This is a beautiful connection, you guys, and let me know if it resonates in the comments. I want to know about this relationship, because it's really, really beautiful. It's very special. Someone might, like, I'm sure there's like a fanfic or something out there written about a relationship like this, or a book or something, a movie, because this is like something people would write about. You know, it's just so special. But anyway, so let me know if it resonates in the comments. If you guys want to check out my Patreon, my 18 plus is posted there. And also the Keen listing, if you guys want to check that out. That's such a great resource. If you guys wanted a personal love reading from there, you could get one with Keen. But anyway, I hope it helped you guys. Like if it resonated, and subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll be back very soon for another reading. Sending you guys love and light. Not that you need it, because you're already getting a lot from this person. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey pile 2, so if you guys picked this rose quartz crystal, this is going to be your reading. Rose quartz is of course the crystal of love, so it's a perfect one to pick for this love reading. And for your cards, you guys got the 5 of Cups, Strength reversed, the 10 of Cups reversed, the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords reversed, and the Queen of Cups reversed. So I'm feeling like, oh, and your card is the Hungry Ghost, Obsession, Scarcity Consciousness, and Attachment. So I feel like right off the bat, I'm feeling like a little bit of anger coming from your person. I feel like it's almost like they feel betrayed by you, or they're trying to almost put the blame on you a little bit. With the Queen of Swords reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed, it can talk about someone who is like, I guess, overly judgmental or kind of demanding. You know what I mean? Like someone who is just not satisfied. And I almost feel like this person feels like they tried to give you the world, or whatever they did was not good enough. Like they feel like, yeah, they're not good enough for you or something. Like it's almost like you guys could have been this 10 of Cups energy, like a family and happy, loving relationship, and it's reversed. So it's almost like they're saying like, we could have been this, we could have been long term, we could have had so much, and you ruined it. You know what I mean? And keep in mind, I'm not saying this is the accurate truth. I'm saying that this is their feelings, and I feel like it's very typical of after a breakup, or if a relationship didn't work out, to, you know, just be like very upset and to blame the other person. So I'm not saying that it's accurate, but I just feel like that's how this person, maybe that's how they're emotionally dealing with it, because I do feel like they have a lot of sense of loss from everything that has happened. You know, they are feeling very upset about how everything went down. We did get the 10 of Cups reversed, and we got the 5 of Cups, or excuse me, the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. So it's like, and the 3 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So a lot of Swords energy, and I definitely feel like they think this is a big loss for them. You know, they are really upset, and I almost feel like they may have also thought there was a third party, or that someone else came in and kind of took you away. But in their mind, they're definitely feeling like defeated, and I feel like they're almost trying to look for excuses or reasons why it didn't work out. And so it's like they're blaming you. There may have been kind of like hurtful words exchanged with the Queen of Swords and throat chakra. Like I feel like maybe you might have said something, or it's almost like I feel like a lot of you guys may have said something to them that this person still thinks about, and is still very much in their mind of like something you said that was like cutting or something, or that's how they took it. You know, sometimes it can be something so small, but when you really like a person, you know, all they have to say is like, I hate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and that's your favorite food, and you were like gonna eat the peanut butter and jelly sandwich that you had in your like lunchbox or whatever, and you're like, oh my God. And it's like, so it feels so hurtful. You know, I've definitely had that in relationships, because I'm very blunt, where I've hurt someone's feelings, and I know there was no bad intention on my part, but you know, it was just me being honest, and then they get upset. So I'm not saying you guys did anything really awful. I just feel like I don't know, maybe there was something that was said that really hurt them. It's almost like they're saying that I keep getting this vibe of like, I did so much for you, I blah, blah, blah. And so we have sacrifice as well. Like I feel that they feel like, even if you feel like they didn't do that much, they feel like they did a lot for you. It may have been more than they've ever done for anyone else. Like even if all they did was send you a text message, that may be the only person they've ever texted romantically. You know, like they may have had to work themselves up to sending that text message and be like, oh my God, okay, just send it. No, I can't. Oh my God. And like, you know, it may have been a big step for them, because they're feeling like they did so much for you, and like they can't believe you rejected them kind of vibe. So we got moving on reversed. Yeah, this person can't move on from you. They're very attached to you still. And I feel like it really irritates them, to be honest, how much they still think of you. I definitely feel like you are on their mind a lot. And Yeah, we got awareness. They don't want to be, though. That's reverse. So it's like they do not want to be thinking of you as much as they do. Yeah, they have a lot of desire for you as well, but it's almost like you guys, I feel, have sometimes miscommunication, where I feel like this person almost like they like you so much that, like I said, anything you say, they take it like super seriously. You know, it's kind of like if you have a favorite celebrity or something, and the celebrity says, "Oh, I really don't like this thing," and suddenly you're like, "Oh, I never did that. Oh no, I I don't ever do that. No, not me. No, I never." Like, you know what I mean? It's not. It doesn't mean you guys said something super mean and like we're like making a burn book Mean Girl style about them, but I just feel like they're hurt. There's something coming through that's like hurt, and it's like pain from something you said or did to them. I also feel like, yeah, this person has made a lot of changes. You know, sometimes this might not have even been something you said. It may have just been that I do feel like this person sees that there's a lot of stuff coming through. That one, you guys are either on the path to success or financial success, or they assume that you already have it, and whatever they have financially like isn't good enough, and they're trying to get there, but they don't feel like they're there yet, and they just assume that you guys have a lot better options. And another thing coming through really strong is that there's like a third party situation, or this is what they think, is that there's someone else interested in you, or that was interested in you at the time. I feel like this person did make their presence known to them. Like, I don't feel like this was a third party, but like you guys were texting and this person just had a feeling. I feel like for a lot of you guys, this person was very aware. Maybe they like publicly comment on your social media or something. I don't know how this person knows, but they are aware of like a third party being interested in you guys. And it's almost like that might be why they're angry. Like they're kind of blaming you for it, or they're saying like, of course I'm not good enough for someone like you. You know what I mean? Like, and they're not saying it in a defeated way. They're not saying it in like a, well, of course I'm not good enough for you. You deserve the best. It's like, how dare you? You know what I mean? They're salty about it. They're not, it's like the 5 stages of grief or whatever, where there's like denial, anger, acceptance, sadness, or whatever those stages are. I don't know all of them. And this person's like in the anger stage, you know, or the denial stage. Like they're kind of, I don't think I think this is the kind of energy where later on they will reflect a little and be like, yeah, that was stupid. I overreacted, you know, or like they didn't do anything. I don't feel like you guys, I could be wrong. Maybe some of you guys were cheating, or you said some really hurtful stuff to this person. So take what resonates, leave the rest. But I feel like for some of you guys, this person is just, you know, blowing it up in their mind because they liked you so much that the smallest thing is just like an earthquake to them, you know? And they're kind of honestly a little bit hoping for like karma for you, to be honest. So yeah, I don't think they're like vengeful. I don't think they're wanting it out for you, but I definitely feel like, I mean, we did get justice, and I feel that it's almost like they feel like they've been done wrong, or this was unjust, or the situation just was really unfair, and they're not happy about it. They are feeling like whatever went down was totally uncool. And yeah, I feel like this person, you know, they are trying to pursue getting money. They are trying to pursue getting finances so that they could step forward and pursue you. But for right now, I feel like they're not in the place financially that they would like to be to. What would pile 2 say to pile 2? What would pile 2's person say to pile 2? So this person definitely didn't feel like they came out on top in this situation. It's almost like they feel like you won for sure. I feel like they're claiming that some of you guys are like involved in like a community, or it's like you guys may party or have friends, and they're saying that the friends kind of ruined things. And just spirit confirming what I already told you guys, but we got man holding a coin reverse followed by financial constraints. So yeah, just acknowledging that this person's finances were a big part of the reason why you guys didn't work out or why they feel that they didn't work out. It almost, like, I feel like sometimes it's easier, you know, sometimes when you have a breakup or you really like someone, I think sometimes it can be easier to point to reasons, even if they're not true. Like, it's easier to say, like, oh, well, this person's not with me because they're shallow, or this person's not with me because I don't have enough money, or because they only date this kind of person, and blah, blah. Like, rather than admitting, like, I really messed up, I should have stepped forward more, or I was, you know, I mean, I had that situation with like a past relationship where I was so upset when it ended, that I like definitely think I was in denial for a while, and my friends didn't help because of course they gas you up and they're like, it wasn't you, you didn't do anything. And it took me time to reflect and be like, that was my part to play, and like I did have a part in it, and they messed up as well, for sure, but I had my part. And so the thing is I think this person, you know, it's almost like when there's so much emotion there, in a normal relationship, you would be like, oh yeah, like I totally messed up, that was my fault, whatever. You don't really care as much. But when you really like someone, it can be really painful to admit your part in it and to be like, that was my fault. So sometimes it's easier to blame the other person and to put it all on them. And I think that's kind of what your person is doing. Like, I feel like they're almost a little bit in shock. We did get Tower twice. We got Transformation and we got the Tower. And so I feel like there's an element here where your person is, it really upended things for them emotionally. And I think they kind of didn't know how to handle it. Like, it's like, I feel like they really thought you guys were going to work out long term. We got Adjacent Possibilities reversed, and we also had gotten the 10 of Cups reversed. And I feel like this person, like, they didn't really see other options. They really thought they were going to end up with you and that things were going to be like long term, you know. I really feel like for some of them, they really, when they met you, they were like, oh, this is my person. This is it. Okay, I found it. Like, I'm done. I'm here, you know? And they were really happy with how everything was going. But I think that now, obviously, things haven't worked out for a lot of you. And so it's like that might be why they're just so upset, so salty about it, and having a really hard time. What would pile two's person say to them? What would they say? What would they say? I feel like if they met you, to be honest, what they would say is something like, again, like sassy. Like, they would say something like, I don't know, kind of almost rude, or like, you know, like a neg or something. Like, they would say like, oh, well, I'm doing great, and looks like you're doing really bad. Like, obviously not that directly, but they would like, probably in their fantasy of like seeing you again, it would be like them running into you and they have like a hot new girlfriend or boyfriend, and you know, they look amazing and you look horrible. It's like your laundry day and like your hair's a mess and you're disheveled. That's like their fantasy, because they feel like you came out so on top. We got victory reversed for them. So it's like they felt like you really won in that whole kind of the battle of the exes. And so it's like they want to, you know, kind of get revenge. But I don't think it's like they are actively trying. I think it's just that, like, their emotions, like I said, they have a lot of emotions for you. Do we need any cards from this deck? So we got Frog Spirit Renewal, Spirit Guardian of Winter Retreat, Dragon Power reversed, Daffodil Fairy New Beginnings reversed. So I feel like this person felt very much outside of their power with you. Like, they may have felt like they were hot S with a lot of other people, and they may have felt like kind of cocky, like, oh, I'm looking good, I look great, oh, I have no problems. And then it's like they met you and you guys changed things for them. I'm hearing that line that's like, I don't know what it's from, but it was like, oh, you're a player? Well, I'm the coach, you know? And so it's kind of like this person may have had a really cocky opinion of themselves and thought that they could get anyone they wanted, or that they were Mr. Smooth or Mrs. Smooth, and that they could just date around. And then it's like, you just wouldn't tolerate the same stuff other people would. Like you were like, nah, no, I'm good with that. No, no, no. And so again, this is where I feel like they think of you as like judgmental or mean, but I don't think that's true. I just think you guys wanted a lot more authenticity from them. And I think that scared them a little bit. Like you wanted their real self. You wanted them to show you their weaknesses and their flaws and all of them, and not just like the cocky little attitude that they want to present to the public. You wanted to see into their soul, and that scared them. And so then they took that as like, well, they're judgmental and they don't want a real relationship or whatever. Like, I don't know. They definitely did some like mental Olympics to make up this whole narrative about you guys being judgmental. Cause I'm not even seeing how like you guys are so judgmental, like just because you wanted more from them. Like to me, that doesn't seem like judgmental, but yeah, I think that it's like what worked with other people didn't work with you. And so now they're angry and they've taken that as like an insult to them. And yeah, so it's almost like they've retreated and they've kind of gone back into like, well, I'm just going to back away from this situation and I'm just going to go. And like, I feel like this person is trying to build in secret. They're trying to make a lot of money so that they can like bring it to you one day and be like, see what I have? I am good enough. But I don't even know if it's like you guys are that much about money, or, I don't know. Like, I feel like they think money is going to solve everything, but I don't know if that's the case. What messages, what would pile two's person say to them? Yeah, this person may have been dating around when they met you, or like sleeping with a lot of people. And it's almost like they also imagine that you're sleeping with a lot of people and it really irritates them. Like they can't stand the idea of you with someone else, like in bed. What messages does pile two's person have from pile two? So they still feel like you guys have this kind of psychic connection, and they still feel, I feel like they come to you in music. I feel like they definitely imagined, honestly, I feel like for a lot of them, they imagined like wedding, a honeymoon. I'm getting honeymoon for sure. And, like they had, I feel like it's almost like they wanted to settle down. Like I feel like they never wanted to settle down before. And then when they met you, suddenly it was like, oh wow, I want something different in my life. So let me get more cards. What would pile two's person say to them? Let go of control issues. That's so funny to me. I don't know. Like, it's just like, I told you they were being all salty. And like, I love that the first one is like this kind of like advice, but it's kind of like bossy advice, like you need to fix this. Keep an open mind as well. Like, again, it's like they're trying to like lecture to you. Deception. These are all like pretty negative cards for this deck. So it's like they are mad about this. They are really mad. They almost feel like you deceived them or something. I don't know. This person's just, I feel like they are in this stage. And again, I had an ex like this too, that things moved on to the point of being super like, happy with each other ultimately, but like he was mad after the breakup and stuff and blamed me. And I was like, how could you even blame me for some of this stuff? Like, please, you must be kidding. Because, excuse me, like you did that and I'm getting blamed. Like, but I feel like that's just a normal reaction when you really care about someone, is like blaming, getting angry. It's easier to deal with anger than it is to deal with like sadness, loss. I messed it up. I feel really bad about myself. Like, so I think that, this person, they feel like they put a lot of effort into this. They feel like they gave you their all, and like you don't feel the same way. I feel like they feel like it's a one-sided relationship. Give your relationship a chance, and all these are like reversed. Honeymoon is what I mentioned, honeymoon, and so it's like I feel like they imagined you guys going on a honeymoon, or like I feel like that in particular, like I feel that they imagined like the hotel room and like what kind of view you guys would have and the kind of food you would eat and like traveling or whatever. Like I feel like this person really did. It's almost like they may not have ever been rejected before or something. And so it's like when they met you, they were just 100% sure that everything was going to work out, that like, okay, I found it. Like, it's kind of like finding, you know, when you're looking for like a dress to buy. And like for me, when I was looking for my prom dress, I tried on a bunch of dresses. I didn't really like any of them. I found the right one and I was instantly like, this is it. And I obviously went up to the cash register, checked out, bought it. And it's almost like that's what this person thought they could do. Like they had tried on all these different, you know, I don't want to say dresses because a lot of you guys are asking me about a masculine. So maybe, I don't know, like different outfits. Then they found you and they were like, yep, that's the one. Okay, I'll check this out. Can you box it up for me? Perfect. And it's like, no, I'm a human. I get a say in things. I'm not an inanimate object. I'm not an item at a store. I have to choose too. And I don't feel like this person factored that in. Like they just thought it was like, yeah, of course they'll be with me. Why wouldn't they? Like anyone would want to be with me. And so they were kind of shocked. What would piles two's person say to them? What would they say? Oh, I feel like we're going to get some good messages. Oh, they're like sad. Like I feel like, again, they're pointing to this idea that maybe you guys broke their heart or something. Yeah, they're saying like you guys broke their heart, and also that like there was a third party, I feel. And so they are convinced that like, oh, and this one is Four of Wands and it's reversed. So that's like the wedding card to me, and it's reversed. So I feel like they really did think that you guys were going to get married or something. I don't mean to laugh, but I feel like they did think you guys were going to get married. And it's just, I don't know. Sorry. This energy, this person's just a little immature in my opinion. Just my opinion. But now they're so like bitter. It's just kind of crazy. Like I feel like this is the kind of relationship where if you guys were going to get married, it may have been a good idea to get some pre-marriage counseling or something, to be honest, because this person just doesn't handle disappointment well. Like, come on, dude. You can't be like that at that point so quick. But I feel like, yeah, this person, you know, they are basically saying that they are going to move ahead and accomplish everything they want, become the King of Pentacles, become the Magician. They are moving forward, and it's almost like, I don't care about you. I have better things to do now. Like, watch me. I'm going to succeed so much. Which again, I don't know if that's the truth or it's just them trying to seem like they want to get you to have these messages from them, but I don't know if it's their true, most honest self or what they just want you to think, what they want the world to think. I definitely feel like they do think that there's a third party. They do think that you had someone else that you were seeing, or that you guys weren't serious about them, or that you led them on. And I feel like they think about that a lot. If there was someone directly that was like a third party or that was somehow involved in the relationship, then I feel like they're very bitter about that and they think about it a lot. They definitely put a lot of thought into that and like are just upset about how it all went down and feel very betrayed, feel very like they were done wrong and like it's very unfair. Oh my gosh. View from above, get the big picture. I feel like that is super important for this person. Like they're going to need to actually take the big picture because they're looking at things so close up and so you know, from such like a very warped perspective, to be honest. But yeah, this person is really trying to kind of build success. And I don't know, like, I feel like if they got the kind of money they wanted, they may approach you guys. They may come up to you guys and kind of, you know, try to pull you back in, or they might just want to kind of rub it in your face, rub your nose in it and be like, see what I did? You totally missed out on me. Look at me now. I'm so successful. You made a big mistake. Yeah, so they're just a little bit vengeful, I think. They're definitely vengeful. And this may have been a blessing that this relationship didn't work out. You got protected by angels, and it may be something that, you know, was on purpose. So we got temptation. I feel like this person was very attracted to you. They were very much attracted to you and had a lot of fantasies about you. If you guys want to check out my 18 plus reading, that's on my Patreon. So if you want to see what the kind of fantasies were, you could always watch that. But yeah, I feel like they also may have other temptations or other kind of things that they felt privy to, like it may be, you know, drinking too much or drugs or something like that. But I don't feel like this person is very clear-headed and mature about the situation. I feel like they're looking at it from a very immature perspective, to be honest. But they're still focusing on bringing in this money. They're still hoping, I guess, that money will change things. Maybe that money would change your perspective and money would change, how you view them, because they feel like, again, that you just don't see them as good enough, and that you wouldn't want to be with them because they don't have the kind of money that you would like demand from a person. They feel like you are the kind of person that would only date someone if there was a lot of money involved, or like you just accept the best. You guys have all these offers from people, and so it's like, why would you settle for them? What are the messages though from pile 1, pile 2's person to pile 2? Look to your inner strength. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. Again, I feel like this person is calling you out for speaking like harshly. So funny that this person is like, I feel like in all their messages to you, they're like scolding you. I don't know. Like, I would be like, oh no, don't be scolding me. I don't like it when someone scolds me, but maybe you guys are okay with that. But I would be like, stop lecturing to me during your little love reading. Like, this is supposed to be a love reading. You're not my teacher. Don't tell me to speak differently or whatever. But that's come through multiple times now. Like, I feel like in all their messages, they are kind of telling you what you need to change. And that would annoy me, because I'm like, tell me what you've changed about yourself. Tell me the revelations you've had. And so for me, I would find that to be a little bit unevolved. But I think that this person, it's almost like they want you to fix yourself, and then you guys can be together. But I think that if they were, I think their higher self knows. And then be authentic. Again, more advice. This is all like personal growth advice. We got be authentic, speak the language of love, look to your inner strength. Like, it's like, excuse me, you're not like Judge Judy. You don't get to tell me what to do. And that this one, receive with love and appreciation. And the message, gracious acceptance is a way to show love. It's like they are so pressed about, I don't know, they gave you a gift or something and you guys didn't accept it, or they think you spoke to them harshly. They are very pressed about this. They are still very like obsessed with this. And I feel like it's like, again, I think this is probably this person's way of processing the grief of losing this relationship, is to put it on you, is to act like you're the problem and they really didn't do anything and it's totally your fault, and like they were the innocent angel, and you have so much to fix about yourself. And but that's not the case. That's not how any relationship works. It's always going to be two sides at least. And I feel like this person has a little bit of immature energy, to be honest. So I feel like it's more on their end that they definitely need to fix some stuff. I don't know about you guys. I'm not getting a whole lot of energy in either direction in your case. So like, I feel like their energy seems like it is a little janked and they do need to fix it, to be honest. And so I feel like it's funny that they keep lecturing to you. Like, I'm like, come on, you must be kidding. Because you guys talk about self-improvement, you guys have some stuff you need to do. But anyway, let me stop giving my opinion, but let's get some more messages for pile 2. But it couldn't be me. I wouldn't like it if someone was talking to me like this. Not in a psychic love reading. No. Maybe if I had like paid someone like to, maybe if it was Dr. Phil, I don't know. You know what I mean? And I don't really like him, so I wouldn't want his advice either. But let's get advice or not advice. See, now this person's so warped my opinion of things. Can we get a message from pile 2's person towards pile 2? I almost said let's get advice for pile 2. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. See, I feel like it's the same stuff. So if this person was going to talk to you, I think they just lecture to you about self-improvement stuff like this. Emotions are a necessary part of life. Like, it's like, okay, but you are not some guru or shaman. You don't need to tell me what to do, you know? It's like, that always irks me when someone who's like very unevolved starts trying to lecture to me. Like, I'm sorry, where's your qualifications? Where did you go to therapy? Where'd you get your license? Where are you practicing? What's your hourly rate? Exactly. So don't tell me what to do. That's how I feel about it. But anyway, what would pile 2's person tell pile 2? What would their higher self tell pile 2? So we did get soulmate, we got embrace, through each other you find the missing pieces, romance, secret admirer. Okay, so I feel like their higher self is finally coming through, and they're basically kind of spilling the tea a little bit. And they're saying that they do check your social media, they keep it very secret, but I honestly think that the truest part of this person really does like you. They have a soft spot in their heart for you. And I'm also feeling like they get a kick out of you. Like, even though this person comes and they say this stuff to me, and maybe consciously this is how they interpret the situation, what they tell themselves is like, they have so much to fix, they're chaotic or something. But their higher self is saying that they actually love these parts of you, that maybe you are a little chaotic sometimes, or maybe you do exactly say it like it is, and you guys are very blunt, and they love that about you. They actually find that to be very endearing, and I'm literally like feeling like the urge to laugh. Like, they get a kick out of it. They find it funny, they find it cute, they think it's, you know, like it's a positive thing. Their higher self does. And yeah, it's almost like I'm getting the vibes of like, you know, when you're really into someone and everything they do is like so attractive to you, and it's like maybe even like, I don't know, when you're younger, someone's acting really wild or something, and you're like, oh my God, he jumped the fence, and he like, you know, he jumped the fence into like the bar, and then he got us all drinks for free he stole a bottle of liquor or something. And I don't know, like, this is obviously a weird example, but like, oh, it was so funny. Like, and you'd think that was so endearing, you know what I mean? And you think it was so cute when you're young, of course, like not when you're like older. But then when you break up, you would take those same characteristics and you'd probably use it when you were talking to your friends, and you're gonna be like, I should have known it was a red flag when he jumped over the bar and grabbed that bottle of liquor. Like, can you believe that? Oh my God, he's so dysfunctional. You know, it's almost like one of those things where you do love that thing about that person if you're honest with yourself, but you know that you can use it as a go-to of like, this is a flaw, because we kind of have these cultural ideas of flaws of about how men and women are supposed to act. And so it's like they know that they can tell people like, you were too harsh, and that they'll take their side, you know what I mean? Or that you were ungrateful, and then they'll take their side. But they don't really believe that deep down. Deep down, they love that part of you that is like kind of blunt and actually has high standards. That excites them. They do like that about you. They do feel very connected to you. And they, again, I just keep seeing someone laughing, and I keep seeing someone scrolling through someone's Instagram and like getting a laugh, getting a kick out of them. And yeah, it's like, I feel like they really just see you as so like cute. It's almost like younger than them kind of vibe. Like, it's like they see you as like, yeah, like a younger energy. Maybe this is why they keep lecturing to you. Maybe they are older than you, or they just think they are. I don't know. But they see you as having like a little bit of an immature energy. But that's what they like about you, that you guys are blunt, that you guys are kind of a little reckless. They love that. But I just think now they've kind of morphed that into like, oh, how do I make that into a negative? And okay, I'll just present it like this. But I'm getting the vibe and the sense that it's like their feelings for you are very deep, and they feel very connected to you, more connected to you than they felt connected to anyone else ever. And it's like they kind of wish they could talk to you, but I feel like at this point they're too shy, scared. They're working on building their finances up so that they wouldn't feel so insecure, you know, but it's like they find you guys somehow like very amusing, to be honest. And I feel like you make them smile. You put a smile on their face and make them laugh. And it's like, I think right now there's a lot of negative emotions coming through because they're in the like lost stage. Like they lost you. So you don't make them happy anymore in a way. Like, you know what I mean? Because when they think about you, like that you guys aren't together and they're sad about that. But you yourself, if that makes sense, your energy does make them happy. So the absence makes them sad, but yours, when I go tap through to their deepest emotions towards you, it's like it's like I'm seeing like the sun. So it's like you gave them so much light and brightness to their life. And I think that's why they're bitter now and they're angry and they're trying to kind of grasp at straws and find reasons. But the truth is that their feelings for you were very deep. They really did like you, enjoy you, get a kick out of you. And I definitely feel like they might reach out to some of you guys in the future. Not all of you, but some of you guys. This person would, if they built up their money a little bit more, they would want to reach out and like speak with you and be together with you because their feelings for you are very real and very much there and very like they just are like tickled by you or something, you know? I don't know. It's really sweet, but yeah, the lecturing, I'd be like, no, we can't do that because that's too annoying if that were me. But anyway, let me know if it resonates, guys. This was a really like a little whirlwind of a reading, like a saga. It was like there was levels and chapters and twists and turns. So let me know if it resonated, guys. And also make sure if you want to see that 18 plus, what are their fantasies reading, check it out on my Patreon. And if you guys want to use my Keen link as well to get a $10 reading for $1.99, it's such an amazing resource. If you wanted like a personalized love reading, you could find one over there. So check those links out, guys. They're both in my link in my bio. And so I will be back soon for another reading. Make sure to like if this reading resonated and subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will be back very soon for another reading. Sending you guys so much love and light. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey, pile 3. So if you guys picked this fluorite crystal, this is going to be your reading. I love the color of fluorite. Green and purple. It's so pretty. But let's get into your readings. You guys pulled the resting tree, patience and stillness. And then you got the chariot. You got the 4 of wands reversed, ace of pentacles reversed, the 8 of cups, the 6 of cups, king of wands, and the sun. So I feel like first of all, this person sees you as like a prize. You know, I feel like they see you as someone who has a lot of people interested in you. A lot of people very attracted to you. I feel like this person may not have given up on the idea of being with you. It may be that they are still very committed to the idea of you guys being together. I want to pull more cards, but I'm almost feeling like this person is saying like, I stepped away, but it's not over. You know what I mean? It ain't over till it's over, and they're not like accepting defeat. So they may have an intention to come towards you again in the future. But I almost feel like a big thing for them is getting their money in line. We got a ton of pentacles on the bottom. We got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We got the 4 of Pentacles reversed. We got the 4 of Pentacles upright, 5 of Pentacles reversed, 3 of Pentacles. And this is a well shuffled deck. So for those to come out like one after the other is pretty crazy. So yeah, I feel like, I mean, it's a super well shuffled deck that I've used for like a year. So, I mean, it's shuffled. And so it's definitely a strong message. I feel like this person, it's almost like 3, 4, 5. They're getting their money in order. You know what I mean? They are being very methodical about each step and each progression, and trying to get everything fixed up, because I feel like they feel that you guys have a lot of suitors, I guess is the old-fashioned word for it. A lot of people who would be interested in you. And I feel like this person, you know, they have the desire to really step towards you with like a solid kind of an offer, you know. I feel like it's almost like they don't want to waste your time, you know, or they don't want to come towards you with like, okay, you know, I'm not quite ready, but I'm almost there. So I do feel like this person is kind of actively working and trying to get themselves to a better financial place. We did get the 10 of Pentacles. So it's like for them, I feel like they are putting in the work. They are like sweating, you know, trying to get things in line, trying to get you guys, I feel like, reunited to a certain extent. But there's something like where you guys have, I feel this person, first of all, they have a ton of desire for you, and we got a ton of earth, and then we got a ton of fire. So we got wands and pentacles. So this person may be an earth sign or a fire sign. So it could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. And you guys might also be one of those signs as well. But yeah, I feel like this person, it's almost like it would mean a lot for them for everyone to see you guys publicly together. But they feel you have a lot of eyes on you. You guys may have like a popping off social media or something like that. But there's something where it's almost like, yeah, they see other people, like other people watch you or something like that. You guys have people watching you or paying attention to you, and they know that like there's competition, and so they're trying to kind of, I feel like, get themselves into the right position, but it's almost like they don't feel like they're there yet. So let me get more cards for pile threes. What would pile three's person say? Movements, choices, decisions. So like, yeah, that, I feel like they're definitely making moves and trying to come to you, trying to make things work out, choose wisely. Again, like I think they're thinking very strongly. It's like they have to, I feel like there's other factors in their life that they have to line up for you guys to be together. But I feel like the feelings towards you that I'm getting is like, it's very sweet. You know, I think that you guys have like a very sweet kind of connection, to be honest. And we got the 6 of Cups. So you guys may have even been like childhood lovers or young love or a first love type of vibe. But I feel like the feeling I get is you guys may share some of the same jokes, or it's like almost like a lighthearted relationship. You know, there's so many different forms of love. And I feel like sometimes people think that the only form of love is like this dark, like gothic, like Wuthering Heights or like Twilight or something, where there's like, you know, all the color scheme is like shadows, and it's very like, I love you, I want you, we can't be together, oh my god. But I think this is like the kind of love that I'm getting. It's like a happy vibe, you know. And it's reminding me of the song Daylight by Taylor Swift. And she says, and I love that song by her, it's one of my fave songs. I mean, so many of her songs are good, but I love Daylight. And she says, I used to think love was burning red, but it's golden. And so it's like, I feel like that's coming to mind, where this person with you, it's like you guys would make good parents, to be honest. And fertility came out as well. So that may be something this person thought of too. Like, I feel like you guys together, you're just like fun to be around. And I feel like people have fun when they get to hang out with the two of you. Like, I feel like you guys can make each other laugh. Light. See, oh my God. And that's exactly what I just said. Daylight. Like, it's like you guys have this light-filled relationship, this beautiful relationship that I feel is very like happy, light energy. It's not like one of those dark, obsessive relationships that I think sometimes we stereotype love as like, it has to be like, I want you, I'm blah, 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 I'll like, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like, where it's dark and it's stormy and there's like waves crashing against the rocks in the distance, and I don't know, like, you know what I'm talking about? And you guys have this beautiful, light-filled, happy relationship. Like, there's an easiness to being around each other. But I almost feel like this person can't really believe it. Like, I feel like you guys have a lot of admirers, or that's what this person keeps talking about. And I almost feel like this person has questioned themselves, like, am I delusional? Or they think like, well, everyone probably feels that way about them. Like, you guys may have other people commenting on your Instagram, or when you met them, it may have been in the sphere of being around a group or other people. And it's something where like, they saw that you like had all these people around you all the time, and in their mind they're kind of thinking like, they probably make everyone feel that way. They probably laugh at everyone's jokes. They probably smile at everyone with that smile. Like, they probably don't even know my name, you know, kind of a thing. Like, or if you guys dated or whatever, it's like, well, they probably were in that kind of relationship with everyone. You know, they just assume that you guys are just so naturally bubbly and nice and kind that like everyone kind of falls in love with you, and that they're in a long list of names, and that you probably don't even think about them like the way they think about you. It's almost like I feel like they think that they're in the shadows, not in like I was saying, that dark, like gothic romance way, but in a way of like they think you aren't aware of them. And so I feel like in a way that's given them a lot of freedom. It's kind of a good thing, because I feel like they've been able to just kind of lurk your social media, and like they're definitely plotting and planning and scheming, I feel, but not in a bad way, not in an evil way, but it's just kind of like, you know how like in The Notebook, that guy, that movie to me is so crazy. I'm probably the only person that isn't like, oh my God, The Notebook. But I mean, it is a really good movie, and it is super romantic, and I totally appreciate it now. But I'm also like, you bought the house to like just randomly have her show up, and like what? You should have just like, I don't know, reached out to her or something. Like, you built this whole house. Like, imagine if that hadn't worked. Like, it's just crazy to me. I'm just like I'm an overthinker. So anyway, but I feel like that's the vibe. Like, it's like, you know how he buys that house and then he rebuilds the whole thing for her, and then he just kind of waits for her to show up, which again, I'm just like, what is this plan? Someone please explain this to me. But I feel like it's like this person is like doing that. They're lining up their house, they're stripping the wood, they're putting on the new paint, they're fixing the banister or whatever it is. And so they are lining up their life to like be better for you, to like have you come in, because again, they're very convinced that you guys have a lot of romantic offers. And it's almost like, you know, I'm hearing that phrase where like someone will say like, well, someone like you, I'm sure you have a boyfriend, or like a guy like you, I'm sure you have a girlfriend, you know. So they just assume that you have a ton of people after you, and that you wouldn't really notice or care about what they have going on. And so they're trying to make everything really perfect for you, so that you will be like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wow, oh, you have a really nice house. Oh, I love this. Kind of like in The Notebook, how she just comes there, you know, apparently to like check out the house or whatever the reasoning was. And then, you know, they're in bed together, but like it didn't start out that way. It's not like she came to the house specifically being like, okay, it's about to go down. She went to the house to like, I guess, check out like this old house, and she saw it in the newspaper or whatever. But like, I feel like it's like, that's kind of like the situation. Like, it's like, build it and they will come. So they are thinking that if they make this beautiful life of like having money and finances lined up, then you guys will, you know, take notice of them. But I don't think they're like mad about it. It's not like they're judging like, oh, you're so superficial. I just think that they want to get to that place, and they're just like, okay, this is what I have to do to get there. Okay, no problem, I'll do it. You know, so they're not like bitter or mad about it. That's just what their thinking is. So let me get other cards for pile 3. What is pile 3's person's messages? Trust. So I feel like this person wants you to just trust them and know that they are going to come. Like, I feel like some of you guys haven't heard from this person in a while, and you're wondering what the heck is going on. And you're thinking like, okay, did they leave? Did they bounce? Did they never care? Are they not thinking of me? And it's like, no, they want you to know that they are really into you guys. They have a ton of, it's like they want to make your life really nice as well. I actually think this is really sweet, because sometimes you get this energy of like, they're trying to make money to have you, but it's something where like they're mad. They're like, oh, this person's so superficial, I have to get money. But in this case, I feel like this person, they want success as a, because they want to make you happy. Like it's like we got generosity, and it's almost like they want to take you out on like an amazing vacation, and they want to see the look in your eyes when you check out like the 5-star hotel room in Bali that's on the water, and you know, you taste an amazing tropical drink that's handmade by, you know, the restaurant there with like the cute little floral garnish, and they want to see your face when you give them like a big, or when they give you a big diamond ring or whatever it is. Like they want to make their life lined up for you, and they're happy to do that. And if you guys are like a masculine asking about a feminine, it may be a little bit of a different vibe, but it may be that they're trying to, you know, just line up their life for you, where it's like you can come in and there's space for you to enter, and maybe even giving you a little time so that you can like figure out all your finances, or where, I don't know, but I feel like that it's like this person is trying to create space for you. You know, this person is trying to line everything up in their self so that when they come in, when you come in, they're in their power of their highest self, of, you know, in a good place in their lives. They've worked on themselves, and that everything is aligned and lined up. And it could be also for a feminine that like they want to make sure that when you come in, you know, they have a nice house, or they know how to really like just, I don't know, just make you happy in different ways. Like even it could be something like, you know, they're a really good cook or something like that, where they know how to make like this beautiful, wonderful home or something. Because I mean, masculine and feminine does manifest itself differently in terms of like providing what, you know, what each side provides or whatever. So it may be different, it may be the same. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But I just feel like this person wants to work on themselves so much and create a beautiful energy for you to enter into. They want to see that look on your face of like, oh my God, you made me breakfast in bed. I can't believe this. Or, you know, or like, I can't believe you remembered that my favorite restaurant is this spot. Or I can't believe that, you know, you got all my friends and family together to have a surprise party for me. Like they want to do those little things for you. And I just feel like right now, for a lot of them, it's not a financial reality. Like their life is just not orchestrated or organized that way. So for a lot of you guys, you may be wondering like, why haven't I heard from them? What is going on? Where are they? Did they just leave? Did they never care? And the answer is definitely no, they didn't never care. But I just feel like it's like they needed to go off on their own. But they want you to trust, and they want you to understand that they do have a lot of love for you, and that the feelings are there. So we got stargazing. Some of you guys may feel connected with the stars. That came up in a reading last time. So it may be, or one of my really recent ones, so it may be the same pile. But it's like, yeah, this person wants to like fulfill your wishes. They want to like give you almost like that Cinderella moment, you know? And again, if you, this is such a like, I feel like this is such a like gendered reading in terms of the masculine and feminine vibes, because it's like, this is such a, I feel like if you're a masculine watching about a feminine, you're probably like, what the heck? Like, I don't know if this is resonating, but it could be flipped. It could be that you guys are doing this, or I don't know. It could be, again, that the feminine's trying to align herself in a different energy where she can be really supportive of you, or support, you know, your goals or whatever. I don't know, but I'm just saying what's coming through. But take what resonates, leave the rest. But I just feel like this person wants to fulfill your wishes. You know, they want to make things in your life like really beautiful and really nice, and really make you kind of happy. So I feel like that's something where if they've kind of receded and gone away and you haven't heard or seen from them, know that you're definitely still on their mind. It's almost like their higher self is asking for a little patience, a little time. Because I think sometimes when you meet the person you really like, you think like, oh, this is great. I can't wait to meet my soulmate or something. And then your soulmate comes in and suddenly you're like, wait a minute, my car is like busted. I don't know if I'm like 100% thrilled about my body and stripping down right now. Like, you know, this isn't lined up. Like, suddenly you take a very critical eye towards your life. Like, that will happen, when you don't really care about someone. You're like, oh, sure, whatever. Like, I don't care how my car looks. But when you really like or respect someone, you want it to be on point. You want it to be perfect. And so I feel like this person's almost asking for a little space, a little time, and saying, like, just hold on, please, just give me a little patience, just give me a moment, because I need to clear some things up. And I feel like, yeah, this person has an intention of stepping back in, but right now they need a little bit of space. They need just a little time. So divination, so you guys might have like a psychic connection. It may be something where you guys both can kind of look at the stars, feel each other's energy through the stars. But I feel like, and moderation, I mentioned that this person like may feel a little insecure about their body as well. It may be something where they are working out, or I don't know, changing up their diet or something to be more physically what they think your ideal would be. So maybe trying to lose weight or gain weight, or gain muscle mass, lose muscle mass. I'm not sure, but I feel like this person wants to transform themselves a little bit. They're willing to do whatever work they need to do to really appeal to you guys. And again, they're just convinced that you guys have a lot of romantic options, that you guys have a lot of people interested in you. And so they are happy they just assume they have to put in the work, no matter what. It's like, for them, they just know that they can't like bring their, their B game or whatever. They know they have to bring their A game. What messages does pile 3's person have for them? So we got reparenting yourself, emotional freedom, self-respect. So this person is kind of doing a glow up journey for themselves. Like, I feel like this person, it's just like a lot of cards having to do with like working on themselves, getting emotional freedom and self-respect, and like just on this journey for self-improvement. So I feel like they just want time. They're trying to become a lot more mature. And I feel like they also want you to know how beautiful and attractive you guys are. You guys really are like gorgeous. And I feel like you guys know that. And I feel like a lot of you guys get that kind of attention from people, where you have a lot of admirers. You have a lot of people that are interested in dating you, but it's almost like I'm feeling like sometimes those people almost misinterpret or don't really know you, or they think they know you, but they don't. But they have this weird opinion of you of like, they're just about the surface level when it comes to you. They get taken in by how beautiful you guys are, and they don't get to know your soul. And I feel like this person wants you to know how beautiful they find your soul, that they are so enchanted and in love with the soul you guys are deep down. And also that they never want you to lose that childish spirit you have. I feel like you guys have, I'm hearing, one of my favorite movies is Under the Tuscan Sun, underrated movie that deserves a lot more credit. But that movie, there's like a lady in it, and she's always like doing stuff like buying an ice cream cone, even though she's like in her 50s or whatever, and eating it in the sun and stuff. And she says to her, like, never lose your childish enthusiasm. It's the most important thing. And that's what's coming to mind for you guys. Like, I feel like you guys are that type to like buy an ice cream cone and eat it on like a hot summer day, and maybe like go play in the park, or go feel the ocean, like go to the ocean and feel the sand under your toes, and swim in the water, and like really appreciate and enjoy and love life. And I feel like this person loves that about you, and they never want you to give that up, because I feel like sometimes, like, again, you guys are so physically attractive that I think sometimes people almost get this weird idea of you that you guys are almost like more sexual than you are, and maybe you guys are a little more innocent than that, or that you guys should be a certain way. Like, it's like, when you see Angelina Jolie, like, she's very attractive, and you just get this idea of her as like, she looks imposing, she looks like she has her ish figured out, she just looks like almost scary, not in like a bad way, but just like, wow, that's like a lady that like knows what's up, and she's and I feel like you just paint this whole picture of her in her mind. But she might be like the sweetest, most laughing all the time type of person. And I feel like that's what's coming through with you guys, is people see you and they're so attracted to you, and they start filling in the blanks of like, oh, I bet this person's that way, I bet this person thinks that, I bet this person feels that. And I feel like your person sees through to your soul, and they want you to never lose that sweet childish part of yourself that's so innocent. They love that about you. And it's almost like, I feel like some of their spirit guides or spirit team watches over you guys and helps protect you guys, and yeah, like looks out for you. Like they help protect you guys, even when it's almost like they care so much about you that their higher self and their spiritual team on the other side is like, yeah, we'll take a look. Like it's kind of like when you have a friend and like you have the friend's dog, and you're like, yeah, I'll take care of your dog for you, even if you don't really know the dog that well, you're not that close to the dog, like, but you know, and I'm not comparing you guys to a dog or anything, so don't take offense, but I'm just saying, like, their spiritual team, I feel like they know how much your person cares about you. So I honestly feel like I'm seeing an image of cars, and I feel like when you guys are driving and stuff, or if you guys are in any kind of like even slightly risky situation, like their spiritual team is like, we know that your person would be devastated if something happened to you, so they like watch out and keep you guys safe. Some of you guys may have even had like a close call with like driving or something, but I feel like they definitely look out for you in that sense. Yeah, I'm seeing like a red car and something, I don't know, but I feel like some of you guys may have something where when you're driving you feel their presence or feel their energy, and that would be their spiritual team, because I feel like their spiritual team is for sure with you like a lot of the time, but anytime it's any possibly risky thing, they are hanging out and watching over you. Let me get more messages for pile 3. I'm trying to pull out one card. Oh, we got one. Okay, traveling lightly. Simplify your life. So again, you know, what I'm getting from that traveling lightly is something where also like traveling, like it could be that when you're traveling, because driving counts as traveling, that they're with you and they're watching over you. You guys may travel or drive a lot or something. I don't know. Faraway places, get ready for new horizons. Yeah, you guys may be traveling. You may even be moving or going to like a different part of the world or something. But I definitely feel like they're going to be with you. Their higher self is with you the whole time. They just want you guys to like protect and look after yourself. And if you guys have that kind of soul spirit that's into wanderlust and like taking in the world and being open to new experiences, I feel like they love that part of you. They love that part of you that's like open and enthusiastic and you know, just like happy to see things and happy to try new things and try new cultures and open your horizons. Like I feel like you guys are just open to a lot of different things. Like you guys may be that first person that catches on to a new style of music, or you know, or is totally down to try a new style of food from a different culture that everyone else is like, oh, I don't know about that. That sounds weird. And you're like, oh no, I'm down. I'll take a bite. So I feel like there's something about you guys that's very open to the world. And this person really loves that about you. They love how bright and open and warm you guys are. And so they just want to kind of acknowledge that. And I feel like they want you to know how special you are. So we got indecision, community. What would pile 3's person say to them? Strategy. I told you this person was scheming and is scheming. And exactly, they are scheming hard and they're trying to get back to you, but not in a nasty way. Like we got hostilities, but it was reversed. And I feel like it's like they don't have any hostility. They're not mad that you guys are... that they're gonna have to bring their A game a little bit. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, that's fine, that's cool. They know you guys deserve the best anyway, and they just want to kind of put that smile on your face. So they don't really care what they have to do to get it, but it's just an issue where it might take a little bit of time. And I feel like this person has kind of retreated. It's almost like they don't want you to have to see them sweat. Like they don't want you to have to like eat ramen with them, you know, on their bedroom floor because they can't afford the furniture. They want to come come back to you when they're at the level where they can take you out to that nice steakhouse. They don't want you guys to have to suffer with them while they slowly grind their way up. They want to let you know when everything is lined up correctly, and that's when they want to come in. So again, more cards about money and about abundance. Yeah, so I feel like, and again with the thinking woman reversed, I feel like again what's coming through is like they feel like you're not even aware of them. Like I feel like in their mind they think you don't ever think about them. So what would pile 3's person say to pile 3? Okay, so these flew out and we got consider your foundation and have patience. Oh my God. Wow. So they definitely want you to just, like I keep saying, it's like they want you, they're asking for a little patience. They're asking for just a little bit of time. They do have the intention of stepping back towards you and making this work, but they just need some time. So we also got simple acts of kindness. I feel like you guys are very kind. And that's one of the that's a good word for the energy I was picking up on. I kept saying like childlike or sweet, but kind is a really great word for it. And I feel like they're very attracted to you because of that. And that might be why like fertility and children came in, because I was like, this is a little much for like, because the energy, it just seems so lighthearted, and I'm like, they're planning kids. But now it makes sense. Like I feel like this person, they may be family oriented and they feel like you would make a great parent because you guys are sweet and loving and kind of gentle, and they really love that about you. So I feel like this person, it's like they're building their foundation. And like I said, they don't want to contact you with ramen on their floor because they want to contact you when they actually have like this house, you know, and everything lined up, and like it's not a situation where it's like a little shack and you guys are, you know, counting every penny. They want to have this house for you. They want to have like this couple is here and then they have a bunch of pets. I think that's some pet foxes and some badgers, which seems like kind of strange pets, but you know, no judgment. But I feel like they want to let you know when everything's lined up, and they got the white picket fence house and, you know, everything as it should be. So yeah, so don't take them not stepping forward as like, okay, I don't care, or I'm not going to come back. I do think they have the intention to come back. I'm not saying you guys should sit around and wait, because I never usually say that, but I feel like you guys do have other suitors. Or like they think you do. They think you have a lot of like offers. And it's like they don't, yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. I don't think they mind that in a way, because they, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm confusing myself, but I'm trying to say I would never usually tell someone to wait in these readings, just because I think sometimes it's better just to live your life and be invested in it. And if it's supposed to work out, it will. So if you want to date around, or if, you know, someone cute asks you out, like by all means go on the date. And if you guys are supposed to end up together, you will. But I do think this person has the intention of stepping back in. And with all that being said, as I was saying, I feel like you guys have a lot of suitors. So I do feel like you'll have dates lined up. That's me trying to explain it, because lately I swear my Mercury has been so off, and I listen back to some of my readings and I'm like, what am I trying to say? Because I know I had a thought in there somewhere. But okay, so we got playfulness, and this is so the vibe for you guys. You guys just, it says laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. And that's what I love about you guys. You have such a light, beautiful, like I said, it's like you guys need to listen to the song Daylight by Taylor Swift. It's such the vibe of this. It's such the vibe of like two people who are so beautifully happy together. It's not like an emo relationship. It's not like you guys are you know, sitting around and listening to sad songs and like, you know, professing your love for each other. It's like, this is a happy-go-lucky kind of relationship. This is like a happy vibe, you know, positivity, maybe financial success as well. This is a positive all-around type of energy, and I think it's really beautiful. You guys may be twin flames, because I do feel like you guys have this in common. I feel like both your energy is very positive. Both your energy is very happy. This is not just one like energy vampire trying to suck off the other and the other person kind of having to put up with it, and one person's really dark, one person's really light. This is both people being very lighthearted and very sweet. Yeah, so you guys may have a psychic connection. Let me get some final cards. Knight of Pentacles. So this person is trying to get money for you guys. Do we have any final messages? What would they say to pile 3? So we got the King of Wands, 7 of Swords, that's reversed, and the 10 of Pentacles. So this person definitely is working on getting money. They're very attracted to you, but they see a lot of people as being very attracted to you. But I feel like for some of the final message, the final card we pulled was new beginning, a new adventure awaits. So I feel like this person has the intention of stepping back towards you, coming back in, and, you know, they are planning, they are trying to figure it out. That may be where kind of the 7 Swords is kind of alluding to, like, it can be a negative way of scheming, but I feel like this person is doing it in a very positive way. Like, I don't feel like they're trying to be unethical or, you know, being nasty about it. I feel like they are just trying to very much be smart about how they approach you and have everything lined up for the best chance of success. But I definitely feel like they want to step forward. They want to come towards you. They have so much respect and love for you. And yeah, you guys may be twin flames because you guys have a super similar personality, a super similar, like, playful, happy vibe. And it's really beautiful and really sweet. So I really hope this resonated, guys. If it did, please leave it a big like. Also, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications. And if you guys want to check out my Patreon, I have an 18 plus what are their fantasies video, or my Keen link, where you guys could get a personal reading for $1.99 for 10 minutes. So if you guys want to check that out, both of those links are in my bio. And yeah, let me know how it resonated, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing your feelings about each of the readings, so let me know, and I will be back soon, very shortly, for another reading. So sending you guys so much love and light. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey, pile 4. So if you guys picked this brown calcite, this is going to be your reading. It's such a pretty crystal. I just love it. But let's get right into your cards. You guys got Judgment. You got the 9 of Swords reversed, the 8 of Wands, the Hanged Man reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed, Empress reversed, and Page of Swords reversed. And for your card, you guys got the Ringmaster of Scrutiny, Discernment, Clear Vision, Details. So I feel like there is a lot of this person talking about judgment and about higher level thinking going on. I feel like there may be them talking about the fact that they weren't fully in their power before, or they weren't thinking as strongly as they should have been. We did get the King of Swords reversed, as well as the King of Wands reversed, and it's almost like this person is saying that they weren't fully in their power at the time. They weren't fully thinking things through the way they should have, and it's almost like they are taking responsibility that if things didn't work out, it partially was because their thinking wasn't lined up correctly the way it should have been. And I feel like now they kind of have a different perspective on things. They are looking at it with like a fresh start, but it's almost like they are literally saying that they were a bit of a fool back then, and that they can see that part of it now. With the 8 of Wands coming through twice, I feel like they have been working on themselves, and they have been trying to like improve things. You know, they are doing a lot of work, a lot of self-work and stuff, but we got Wisdom reversed. I feel like they're just saying that they weren't thinking clearly somehow. Like, there wasn't the clarity of thought that they would have needed to make this work. Some of them may have like cheated or just made stupid mistakes. You know, they may have like gone after someone that they shouldn't have, or just didn't act in a way that was honoring you. They may have even, some of them may have even had their kind of brain addled by, you know, drugs or alcohol or something. But it's almost like they didn't treat you with the respect you deserved. You guys got Queen of Pentacles and Empress both reversed, and it's almost like they're saying that, you know, their thoughts just weren't coming through like clearly, I feel. And they weren't seeing you clearly. They weren't understanding how they needed to treat you. What messages, what would pile 4's person say to them? What would pile 4's person say to them? I feel like they want you to know how like special you guys are, and that they recognize it now. I feel like they didn't recognize it before. They didn't have the clear vision that they needed to like move things in this relationship forward in the correct way. And so I think that they've done some reflection on this. Yeah. We got discontent and boredom. They may have thought that they were like bored at the time, or they may have treated you like you were just another option kind of a thing. And I feel like now they've had time to kind of step away and think. And it's like they may have spent some sleepless nights. You know, sometimes when you really like someone for the first time, you think like, oh, I'll feel this way a lot. Like, okay, so yeah, I have this crush on this person, but whatever, like it's just not a big deal. And then as you get older, you're like, oh, those kinds of relationships don't really come around that often, and maybe I should have tried harder to make that work. And I feel like this person has done that, where they have done a lot of self-reflection on themselves, and they may have like taken you for granted is kind of the energy I'm getting. Like I feel like they didn't step forward the way they should have. I feel like in a way, some of them didn't want to make themselves vulnerable. They didn't want to come to you and be like, hey, I really, really like you. Because then that would have given you the room to reject them, and they just didn't feel comfortable with that. So instead, they kind of just pretended like, you know, their feelings weren't as deep as they were. But I feel like they have a lot of respect for you guys. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress coming through, like those are such powerful cards. And it's almost like you brought the light into their life. Like you know how this guy was like laying in darkness and just kind of like chilling, just sleeping in. And then she comes in and rips open the blinds and is like, hey, get up, take a look at this. And it's like, I feel like that was a motivation for this person to do some self-improvement. And I think it's been stuff that they have been working on. They have been working on improving themselves and trying to glow up and trying to shift and change things. But I feel like they've done a lot of reflection, and you guys are a major motivation for them in trying to get themselves into a better place and trying to make themselves a better person. Like they don't want to come to you with a janky offer that's, you know, not going to be that good. They want to come to you when everything is really perfect and really great. And I definitely think this person had sleepless nights. I feel like that's definitely coming through, where it's almost like they would think of you. You were very much on their mind. They couldn't kind of get away from thoughts of you. And I feel like this person may have been very lazy and complacent before, to be honest. They may have even played video games a lot, or just not been like in reality a little bit. And so I feel like, you know, now they've done a lot of reflection, or they may have had anxiety or some kind of mental issue like that. But I feel like now they've had time to kind of reflect and see what was going on. I think these actually, I'm feeling like I was shuffling upside down. So anyway, I'm going to put those upright. But I feel like, yeah, this person may have had anxiety or some kind of mental thing. And I feel like you guys are very smart. I feel like you guys have a really good head on your shoulders. And you guys like expected more from them. And it's almost like they're saying that they appreciate that. They appreciate that you guys weren't willing to settle for their bad behavior that other people have settled for in the past, because you guys knew that they were capable of so much more. And they're saying like, no one else really saw that in me before. And so while they may, like, I feel like if they came to you with like a janky offer, or it's almost like a situation where some of them may have never even stepped forward with an offer. I feel like some of them, they were trying to get you with like telepathy and you guys kind of got the message. Like they may have stared at you, or they were really flirty with you and you just like knew they had a thing for you. And some of you guys may have had like a full-on relationship, but there's something where you weren't willing to tolerate their half efforts. You know what I mean? You were like, no, if you're not coming correct, then I'm not accepting it. And you kind of saw through their BS. And so I feel like this person may have initially kind of hated that, or have initially been very like resentful, or it may have stirred up insecurity. But now that they've had time to think about it, they're like, you know what? They're so right, because they didn't come correct. They didn't approach you and ask you out and be like, hey, I'd like to take you out to the best dinner in town. Or if you guys are a masculine asking about a feminine, it could be a situation where this is what this feminine provoked in you. So totally switch things around to however it resonates. I mean, it could apply in whichever direction, or, you know, two feminines, whatever, two masculines, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I feel like this is a situation where, you know, one person was kind of in a little bit of dysfunctional energy, and the other person sensed it and wasn't willing to tolerate like the bad behavior, you know, and was just like, no, I know I deserve more. And initially that caused a lot of like, okay, so we can't be together then, because that's the only way I know how to approach, is being a little bit dysfunctional. But ultimately, with time to reflect, it's like, wow, I'm so glad they did that, you know? It's helping them grow and become a better person and being more mature. And I feel like their higher self is honestly very grateful to you and saying like, thank you so much. Because it's almost like this person never had anyone else in their life to see that potential in them, like that never saw them as worthy. They may have had like parents who either coddled them or like totally neglected them, you know, where it was like they weren't around, they didn't really care. If they weren't doing well, it wasn't a big deal. Their parents just didn't really notice. And so it's like they never had anyone see through to their soul and really take them in and really study them. And at first they didn't like that. They were like, wait, this person's putting me under a microscope. I'm not comfortable with this. Like this does not feel good. But now they've had time and they're like, you know what? They're totally right. I didn't come correct. I needed to shift that. I needed to change that. And I feel like they are working on lining themselves up financially so they can meet you and get to be the point where you guys are at. And I feel like, you know, I don't know. Some of you guys may not be. So this may be something also that came up for some of you guys, is you might not have money as well, or you may have been in a financially like needy place where you needed financial help or something. I don't know. That take what resonates and leave the rest. But it's like it may have been something where they would like to be able to get into a better financial place to kind of help you out more or something. But I feel like, I don't know why that's coming through, but I definitely feel like for some of you guys, this person feels like they need to make some more money to either get on your level, or because, you know, they need to give you some help or something. So it could be either of those categories, but I don't feel like they felt like they were coming in with the kind of financial situation to really provide for you guys in the way that they would really like to, if that makes sense. Although actually, you know what, for some of you guys, this person may have been the one who had money and you may have been the one who didn't have money. And that's kind of resonating a little bit more. For some of you guys, it may be something where they had the money, you didn't. But I'm not sure how that, like, I don't know. I feel like this is a complicated situation. So let me get more cards to try to pull and see what else comes through. But I feel like this person, I don't know, there's some money situation coming through really strongly, and I'm trying to tease it out. So what's the message for this situation? What would they tell? But it's almost like whatever they usually would use, it wasn't good enough for you. Maybe they usually use money. Maybe they've always relied on their money to get to people. But with you, it wasn't enough. You were like, no, I see more from you. I want more of your spirit. I want more of your, the deepest version of yourself. I don't care about just having the money. I want more than that. I don't know, because we're having really contradictory cards. We got 10 of Pentacles reversed, then we got the King of Pentacles. So I'm like, I don't really know. I really don't. I don't know where. I feel like maybe this group is fractured into two separate groups because they're kind of contradicting each other. So let me know in the comments. And again, only take what resonates. But I feel like money was a factor somehow in this. So either they didn't have enough money as you, or they didn't have the kind of money that they wanted for you and they were trying to get it, or they did have money and you didn't, and they tried to use that to get you, and you were like, no, 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 I don't just care about the money. I don't know. So yeah, I feel like there's two separate groups in here. It's really complicated. It's hard to read this one, but we'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of it. So we got toadstools, growth, bear spirit, healing. Wow, bluebell fairy, gratitude. Oh my gosh. I didn't read these as they were coming out, so now I'm like, wow, because we were trying to get to that complicated money situation, trying to get to the bottom of it. So we got Phoenix, transmutation. So it's like, yeah, you've helped this person grow and transform so much, and I feel like they're just so grateful to you. You know, they are acknowledging how much you guys did and how much they've shifted and changed as a result of you coming into their life. I feel like you guys really were like a leader for them in many ways and showed them the path, showed them the way to, like, it's almost like a lot of people have not understood this person. A lot of people have not fully taken them in and fully seen into their soul. And you guys did, and you guys took the time. But I feel like initially that actually worked against you, and this person almost, I don't know, resented you, or was kind of like, you know, self-conscious. It's like, you know, if you've ever, like, if you're a girl, like, or you wear makeup, I've been like putting on mascara in my car or something if I had to, like, I don't know, do it in my car or something for some reason, and it's like, you know, you're just like in the parking lot like, okay, let me get the mascara on, let me do the eyeliner. And then if you've ever had something like this happen, you look up and someone's like in a car nearby and they're staring at you and they're watching you, and you're like, what the heck are you doing here? And it's like this really awkward moment. And the moment before, you were totally fine putting on your mascara by yourself, like chilling out, listening to music, you're just getting ready for whatever it was. And then in the next moment, you're like super self-conscious. And it's almost like that was that for this person. Like, this person has had a way of going through the world and dealing with things that was just very like complacent. You know, it wasn't necessarily the best, but it got them by, and they were fine with everything in their life. And then you came in and you saw through all the BS, and you didn't tolerate the nonsense. And so I feel like it made this person kind of tense up at first. It made this person feel very like, oh my God, I can't believe they see through me. And it almost made them like resent you a little bit, or feel not angry, but like, you know, feel that feeling of self-consciousness you have when you're in your car alone minding your business, and then you look up and someone's staring right at you, you know, where it's like, oh, this person sees me and they're watching me, and oh my God. And suddenly you feel like you're kind of under a microscope. Let me get more cards. We're gonna go with this tarot deck because we need to get more tarot because this situation is complicated. Can you please tell us, what are the messages pile 4's person has for pile? Wow, 2 of Cups. Okay, that's reversed. What are the messages pile 4's person has? So we got Ace of Pentacles, the Emperor. So I feel like this person may be powerful then, because I'm trying to get clarification on like the money situation, because so contradictory. So we got the Emperor, 10 of Wands. Yeah, this person may feel very overwhelmed at work, or they may feel like people only see them for their money or for what they can provide. And it's almost like you guys saw them as so much more, and they really love that about you. Some people may even use them for money, or they may have been trying to give you money and use that as a way to like get into your heart. Like, they may have been like, hey, let me provide money for you, or let me pay some of your bills or something. And it may have been a situation where that's like that's their strategy for getting people, is like, I'm just going to use the money. I have extra money to throw around, so it's no sweat off my back. So I'm just going to use that. And I feel like, again, there's something where you guys wouldn't tolerate it. You guys may not have had the same kind of money situation as they did, and you may not have been in the same financial, high status, but you guys demanded more from them, and you guys refused to accept any kind of mistreatment or whatever. So I feel like whereas this person usually might use that to kind of get their way or to bring people in, you guys are very much someone who you know, you're not going to be bought. You're not going to be someone that just accepts bad treatment. You guys are someone that really knows your worth. So I feel like however this person comes in, because obviously it's a general reading, so some of you guys, this may not be someone who's super powerful or wealthy. It may be someone who was, but I feel like either way, you guys have opened their eyes to the fact that they need to change certain things in their life. They need to look at themselves a little bit more harshly. I feel like this person, it's almost like I keep hearing all their usual tactics didn't work on you, or like my usual things wouldn't work on you. So I feel like I feel like this person is very intrigued by like the challenge you present to them. And you guys seem very pure. Like you guys aren't taken in by money. This person, I feel, doesn't have the same purity as you do. I'm not saying they're like a horrible person, but I just feel like they've almost been around the block type of energy. Like they have lived this really like interesting life, I guess we'll say. And I feel like you guys come across as someone who has really strong morals. You guys may feel really strongly about certain causes or something that this person may have been kind of jaded about, or just like, whatever, I don't really care. And like the way they see you guys have this passion for it, and the way they see you guys take these issues on, and you guys are like feeling so strongly, you guys, you know, care so much about things, that it makes them kind of look at things differently. Like, oh, I didn't know someone could care so much about others. I feel like this person is a little bit selfish, and they're a bit in their own energy. Like by that I mean like they just kind of focus on themselves. Like if they want to play video games all night, that's what they'll do. If they want to go eat at a 4-star restaurant, they're gonna go, and they don't worry about like, oh, there's a homeless person outside, you know? And you guys are that type that does. You guys are that type that cares very deeply about others. And it's almost like this person has been blown away by your heart and how much you guys like care about the world, and it's made them realize the things that they lack. So I feel like their higher self is acknowledging how much growth you brought in for this person. I feel like their energy, you know, human energy, is still a little bit immature, to be honest. Like I feel like they are not fully on the same like enlightened perspective that you guys have. They're not as selfless. They're still kind of selfish, but I feel like their higher self is really happy that you guys pushed them further down this path towards growth and have transformed them. Like I feel like even though you guys may not have gotten the chance to actually see them change, and some of you guys may have even been really frustrated with like, they never change, I can't believe them, they blah blah blah. I feel like you guys planted these seeds and this person reflected on it a lot. And even though you might not have gotten to see like the fruit of your labor, it's like I'm hearing from their higher selves that like they did grow a lot and transform from you. They did make changes, and some of this may have even been like, I don't know, karma or something. Maybe some of them did act really badly or really selfishly, and that the higher selves are saying basically that this person got karma from how they acted towards you. But I'm not sure. This is a really complicated pile, to be honest. You guys picked one of the most complicated piles I've ever read. Like, this is a lot. I don't know. I don't know if this person has like deceptive energy or not, and they're like hiding stuff from me, or I don't know. Like, it's really hard. It's very contradictory, and yeah. But I feel like you guys are just very smart and very discerning. And you know, I feel like honestly this person does have a little bit of trickster energy. Like they can be, I feel like they hide a little bit of like their true intentions, or yeah, I feel like they hide a little bit. I don't even know what they're hiding, but I feel like they're hiding something. And I feel like you guys are super smart, like Queen of Swords type energy, and you guys saw through a lot of it, but you're also not the type to assume the worst about people. So there may have been times when they fooled you as well, or they told you stuff and then they didn't actually follow through with it, and there was like, it took you guys a while to figure out that like they didn't mean the things they said. Yeah, this is really, I don't know, this is really complicated. Let me get this pile and we'll find out more about this person and what they would tell pile 4. What would they tell pile 4? I feel like what I'm hearing is like they kind of want you to come back to them. And it's like I feel like they're saying like I could give you so much, and we got limitless possibility. And it's like they're trying to say like if you would come back, that they would give you whatever you wanted or something like that. But again, I feel like some of them didn't fully step forward and fully put themselves on the line. I feel like this is like, I feel like Spirit threw like a bunch of different energies into this group, to be honest, because I'm like, this cannot be like one type of energy field, because this is like so contradictory messages coming through. But I feel like for some of you guys, this person, so it really is important in this pile to like take what resonates. And so if it's not resonating, like don't take it, because I honestly feel Spirit threw like, I don't know, 2 separate kind of readings into one. Maybe I should have done 5 piles or something. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm just gonna like channel and say what's coming through. But I feel like the major theme in this pile that all of you guys share is that this person grew and learned so much from you guys. This person changed a lot through, and they learned a lot. You guys are like a teacher to them, and they have a massive amount of respect for you. And their own actions, they've done a lot of reflecting on them. They have done a lot of thinking about your situation, thinking about you all the time. And I feel like for some of you guys, or for a lot of you guys, these people, they pass themselves off as if they didn't really care, and they made you feel like you didn't make an impact, or like that you just were like, you never really got full closure. You never really felt like they never really told you the depth of their emotions or anything. Most of them totally downplayed it, acted like, I don't really care that much. No, it's not a big deal to me, you know? And so for a lot of you guys, you just left kind of feeling like, okay, nothing happens and I didn't get anything out of this. And it almost like might be like that's why some of you guys are still very attached to this person, is because you didn't get the closure. And for some of you guys, this person like did that on purpose, and they wanted you guys to still be attached, and they wanted to leave you guys a little bit hanging so that you wouldn't move on with someone else. But I feel like even though this person didn't step forward and be fully honest about their emotions, they want you to know that they really did have strong feelings for you, and that they have thought about you so much since. And it's like, I feel like even though this person, many of them may have dated other people, they still think about you. And they love the fact that you guys were like this challenge to them. You know what I mean? You guys were someone who, and we got ego sublimation. It's like, yeah, you guys kind of destroyed their ego a little bit. And I feel like they were mad about that at first, but now they're like, yeah, that person was pretty like strong, and they have a lot of respect, and it's almost like that's increased their attractiveness. Like you guys have this beautiful discerning quality where sorry guys, my camera randomly cut out, but picking up on what I was saying is I actually feel like you guys rejecting them just made them more attracted to you and see you as more more of a challenge. I also feel like, you know, they saw the hollowness in their own life by the kind of mirror you shown to them, and then how much, you know, they were able to see that you guys brought something else that they had missing. And it's like at first they may have thought they were going to manipulate you, or that, you know, they had so much to show you, but then they realized that you guys were the ones to show them. And they still very much want you back. I feel like they are hoping for like a reconciliation. I feel like they have made a lot of changes, but at the end of the day, like they're still the same energy, and they still very much, they're kind of greedy and they want you back. I feel like it's almost like they're feeling like, how could this person get away from me? Like, how could this person reject me? And like I said, it's made you more attractive to them. So we got free yourself reverse, getting to know each other. We got let your friends help you, reversed, chemistry, reversed, religious factors, reversed, and pay attention to the red flags. So that may be a message from Spirit for some of you, because I am getting that this person has a little bit of a, like, I don't know, dicey energy, where I feel like they're not the most trustworthy for some of you guys. But again, I feel like this pile, a bunch of stuff got lumped into this pile. I'm honestly kind of like, what the heck? Because I've never really had a reading with like very much multiple energies coming through super strong. So I'm not quite sure if it's just, I don't know. So it may be a red flag that it's something to pay attention to, but it may be for some of you guys, I feel like you just helped them grow in a really positive way, and that's why you're in this pile. And for others, there is that kind of powerful, wealthy person with a manipulative energy to them. So take it as it resonates. But I do feel like Spirit is saying that your person is still very much attracted to you and would still like to come forward and like be with you. So let me get some messages from pile 4's person towards pile 4. What would they say to pile 4? So we got love who you are. Is there any other messages? Love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. I feel like your person is saying that they could offer some of those things to you. It's almost like they're like, hey, look what I have, or they're trying to get to that point financially. But yeah, I feel like they very much want you back. You know, that's coming through really strongly. And one of the things is love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. I feel like this person still wants you back in whatever way they can get you. It's almost like your judgment of them left this huge mark on them, where they almost like, I don't want to say never recovered, because that sounds super dramatic and sad, but you know, their ego was never the same after you. Like they never were able to look at things and just be like, oh yeah, I'm awesome. Like they took a big hit, but I feel like it's almost like you're the one that got away. And you know, they can't stop thinking about you. Like they stay up thinking about you. They love you for who you are, you know, and you guys are so honest and blunt, and you guys have called them out or seen through their BS, and you're like the only one who did that. They like actually really like the fact that you guys have this judgment towards them, and you guys are this ringmaster of scrutiny with a very clear vision that aren't easily taken in, and they may have been able to impress other people with their money or with other tools that they have, but with you, it's like you just saw through it. And so for them, that was a very spiritual thing. Like they didn't know that anyone could see down to their soul like that. They didn't know that anyone could look past the surface stuff that they provide, or the, you know, the kind of, I want to say like accoutrement of, you know, like the glamorous stuff that they want to bring out. But you guys didn't buy the BS. You guys saw like that little person inside of them, the little inner child that they had inside of them. And so I feel like for them, that was like a big moment. It may not have even been as big of a deal to you guys, but they're just acknowledging it, that was something for them that really awakened them and meant a lot to them. Time. Wow. So this person is asking for time. Like it's like I said, they're saying it ain't over till it's over. Like they are still trying to hope that you guys can come back together. And it's a little bit of plotting and planning energy. Like I do feel like they definitely want to be they're also saying that you guys are very physically attractive. I feel like you guys have like a beautiful body or something. Like they're very attracted to your body. It's like I'm seeing someone who's very like flexible or lithe or has a grace to them. Like you guys move in like a graceful way, and you have like something about your body is just very seductive to them. So I feel like this person, you know, we got my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually, we are always united. And I also feel like, you know, what's kind of interesting to them is almost like the power play between you guys. Like even though they technically may have seemed like they had power, or maybe these could be flipped, I'm not sure, because again, this is a really complicated group, but whoever seemed like they had the power like actually didn't. And I feel like it's almost like they seemed like they had the power, but you were really the one with the power. You were really the one who like called the shots, and people may not have seen that on the outside. People may have thought that they are like this really powerful person, and they're like, no, you didn't know that. It may have looked like that on the surface, but this person was super powerful, is super powerful, and is like way smarter than them. I feel like you guys aren't as much of a like bulldozer energy. You guys are not as much of like a bulldog or someone who goes after it and like fights. You're not like a lion in the same way they are, but you guys are super smart. You're kind of like a different kind of cat, like maybe a house cat that sits around and purrs, and like, you know, the owner dotes on them, and like that's just as powerful in a way, you know what I mean? Because the house cat's like living it up, living a great life, chilling. They're getting every meal. You know, they don't have to run. They don't have to catch anything. They just sit around. So it's like at the end of the day, who's winning? And I feel like for you guys, even though people may not have seen that at first, how powerful and strong you guys are, that's what this person is acknowledging. So I feel like they think about you a lot. They spend a lot of time thinking about you, and this bright light that you guys have, this very discerning quality that you guys have, that they're super attracted to how smart you guys are, because I feel like they don't meet a lot of people who are smart like you guys. So guys, please let me know what the heck is going on with this pile in the comments, because I'm so confused by this pile. You have to let me know your thoughts or what your story is, because I'm very curious about this super complicated pile. So like I said, take what resonates and leave the rest, but this is what Spirit had to say. So I really hope it was helpful. Leave a like if it was. And also, if you want to check out my Patreon, I have an 18 plus What Are Their Fantasies reading, and also my Keen link if you guys would like a personal reading. They have a lot of amazing ones over there, and you have a deal of 10 minutes for $1.99 if you go to the link in my bio. So hopefully you guys will check those links out. Yeah, and make sure to subscribe, turn on those notifications, and I will be back again soon for another reading. So thank you guys for watching. Sending you guys lots of love and light. Take care, guys. Bye.